Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and I did something a lot of people have asked me to do earlier today, and I went ahead and I did a video showing my various food, a day of eating, just pictures of the foods that I ate, and a lot of people were like, wow, your diet is almost vegan. Why don't you just go vegan? Well, that's a great question. The thing is, a lot of people don't realize, when I was back in the UK for a while, I went vegetarian for several months. I went vegan for something like 4 or 6 months. I lost count. I would actually have to go back and check. Then I went back vegetarian for a few months and I went ketogenic. I ran my ketogenic diet, which I've done in the past. I've found historically ketogenic diets were pretty decent for me for weight loss. Sometimes they were hit, sometimes they were missed, but I ran the ketogenic diet for over a year straight. Then I went back to eating more carbs. And what ended up happening is I've gone back to a much higher carb diet. I've kind of bumped past that plateau I was having as far as getting leaner, getting stronger, getting bigger. It's helped me recomposition further, which again, I find vegan diets do not fill me up. I cannot eat enough food to feel full. And I struggled to keep my body weight under control. I would gain weight at an enormous rate. I would gain body fat at an enormous rate. I found it horrifically bad for doing that because I would crave meat 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And I would crave steak, and I would try everything to try to deal with those cravings. Every strategy for people say, well, why didn't you try this, try that? It's funny because people will say that, and I did try those things. They didn't work. I got tips from tons of vegan experts. I could absolutely not make the diet work. And the thing is, since I couldn't make it work, why would I go back and do it again? I don't have an ethical issue with eating meat. Now, do I eat a large amount of meat? No, I eat very, very little meat. But I don't have a problem with killing animals for food. I have zero issue with that. As I've told a lot of you guys in the past, I grew up hunting. I grew up on a ranch originally. I've slaughtered my own animals. Do I prefer wild game to, say, factory farm food from an ethical perspective? Yes, absolutely. I would love to eventually, as a long-term thing, eventually hunt all of the food myself that I plan on eating as far as meat goes. Now, when I say that I eat a little bit of animal products, what does that mean? About 10% of my diet. As you guys glean from watching that video, approximately 10% of my total calories every day come from some sort of animal source food, on average throughout the week, because I obviously don't eat meat every single day. And I occasionally have dairy instead, so I mean, it just varies a little bit. And a lot of this is about having balance. I've run a pretty large diversity of very extreme diets over the years, and I've learned kind of what my body likes, what it doesn't like, what sort of diets I struggle with, what problems I have with them. And I find that for me, I feel so much fuller in terms of in my stomach and everything, and I don't get as hungry if I get a little bit of animal protein every day. And I do not get the same results with a bunch of protein powders. And since I don't support the supplement industry, I don't even want to try to use vegan-based protein powders anyways. I don't want to support the supplement industry, and those things all taste like hammered dog crap if you've tasted any of them. So to me, it seems silly when I don't have an ethical problem with eating a bit of meat as necessary for my own well-being, my own recovery, my own overall health and fitness. I don't have a problem with that whatsoever. So there's no reason for me to go vegan. I only see negatives with no positives. And in the long term, though, like I said, I would love to go to eating wild game as my 10% of my animal products every day that I hunt myself, but that's going to be a longer term endeavor. It's going to be a while before I'm really going to be able to do that successfully how I would like. But in the meantime, I find that this adds a certain amount of balance to my diet, and it's getting my diet a little better under control. And again, some people on YouTube are always like, well, you're not changing so much. Yeah, but my girl notices. She sees me naked every day, and she notices that my physique is changing over time. My clothes tell me the way that they fit, tell me that I have lost fat and gained muscle. So it seems to be working, and I've found a good balance in my diet by eating a diet that's mostly plant-based, by eating a lot of vegetables, a wide variety of vegetables, varying through various starchy carbs, different types of potatoes, rice, things like that, is the largest chunk of my calories, beans, lentils, whatever else it happens to be, whatever I feel like eating. I feel like I'm getting better satiety, better energy, better performance in the gym, and just getting better overall results doing that with just a little bit of animal protein added in every day. And I don't eat an ultra high protein diet either, guys. I eat maybe 100 to 150 grams a day, which is about ideal for my body weight, according to the top nutrition experts in sports science and sports nutrition. That is kind of the ideal range for gaining muscle and strength for someone at my body weight. That's not what the muscle mags will tell you, but that's what the people with the PhDs in the field who work with real athletes will tell you. And I would much rather listen to them than a bunch of so-called bodybuilding experts who have a vested financial interest in supplement companies. So that's a real easy choice to make in terms of picking who I'm going to listen to. But that works really well for me. I'm finding the best balance with that. And you know what? I don't always follow my diet every day, meaning I eat a very high carb, moderate protein, low fat diet. But you know what? I also don't like the idea of excluding any one food. That's another problem with me doing a vegan diet or whatever else, as people would suggest. I don't want to exclude any one food from my diet. If I see something that I want to eat, if I've eaten pretty well, followed my diet for the day, and I see a slice of pizza, and I really want that slice of pizza, I'm going to eat a slice of pizza or a bowl of ice cream. Now, do I do that sort of thing all the time? No. But if I'm out and about, or I'm at a restaurant or with friends or family, I'm not going to avoid delicious foods that other people are eating to follow some arbitrary diet of some type. I'm going to eat that. And most of the time I stick to my general thing of whole foods, high carb, moderate protein, low fat, and I try to get a lot of fiber and vegetables in. And it seems to be working well for me right now. I'm making good progress and I'm happy with the results. Are they fast? No, but I'm also old, guys. I'm 39 years old. So for me, if I am making any even tiny but measurable gains and changes in gaining muscle and losing fat, I'm not going to complain. That's fantastic if I can make any improvements in those things at my age. So this diet seems to be helping the most in doing that. So I'm just sticking it out. So again, to answer the question as to why I don't become a vegan, I don't feel that that's a balanced diet. I don't have any ethical reason entirely to do it. I don't have any scientific or health reasons to do that, when any expert in the field who even appreciates vegan diets out there would say that my diet is probably just as good. Even the medical doctors like Dean Ornish and those guys who write these diets who are vegans would look at that and say, because I eat a fairly limited amount of lean animal protein in my diet, that even the vegan doctors would generally agree that my diet is fantastic with what I'm doing right now. They wouldn't have a medical issue with it. So if I have no medical or ethical reason to do it, why would I follow a diet that's harder for me to follow? It just doesn't make any sense. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.